first time at Lagos Street Fair event. And so far, it's been good. I came with my company, Rich Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing super has been fantastic.
Stuff to buy, and things are cheap. They even have students price for it.
Yes, even though this is my second time going with a student, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
For every small business, you have been transacting with our POS, you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in a shared mission of prosperity and growth.
My first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Rich Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing super has been fantastic.
Stuff to buy, and things are cheap. They even have students price for it.
Yes, even though this is my second time going with a student, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
For every small business, if you have been transacting with our POS, you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in a shared mission of prosperity and
This is my first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Rich Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing super has been fantastic.
Stuff to buy, and things are cheap. They even have students price for it.
Yes, even though this is my second time going with a student, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
confirm, you cannot deny somebody said.
For every small businesses, if you have been transacting with our POS, if you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in the shared mission of prosperity and growth.
This is my first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Brick Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing so far has been fantastic.
Expensive stuff to buy are definitely, and things are cheap. They even have students' price for everything.
Experience is great. Even though this is my second time going with a school, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
All the point is now the uniform. They don't want to accept it in the media in the place. Okay, you can't confirm, you cannot deny somebody said.
For every small businesses, if you have been transacting with our POS, if you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in the shared mission of prosperity and growth.
This is my first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Brick Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing so far has been fantastic.
Expensive stuff to buy are definitely, and things are cheap. They even have students' price for everything.
Experience is great. Even though this is my second time going with a school, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
All the point is now the uniform. They don't want to accept it in the media in the place. Okay, you can't confirm, you cannot deny somebody said.
For every small businesses, if you have been transacting with our POS, if you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in the shared mission of prosperity and growth.
first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Brick Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing super has been fantastic.
Plenty stuff to buy, and things are cheap. They even have students' price for everything.
Experience is great. Even though this is my second time going with a student, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and challenge.
All the points is now the unique. They don't want to accept it in the media in the place. Okay, you can't confirm, you cannot deny somebody said.
For every small businesses, if you have been transacting with our POS, if you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in a shared mission of prosperity and growth.
This is my first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Brick Properties Nigeria Limited, and marketing super has been fantastic.
Plenty stuff to buy, and things are cheap. They even have students' price for everything.
Experience is great. Even though this is my second time going with a student, I just want to say it is amazing.
And I'm here for the Lagos International Trade Fair. But so far so good, the turnout is not bad. And I've seen a lot of things that I like, both international and locally.
All the points is now the unique. They don't want to accept it in the media in the place. Okay, you can't confirm, you cannot deny somebody said.
For every small businesses, if you have been transacting with our platform, you have access to our working capital loan.
The NDA stands as a beacon of hope and opportunity, uniting businesses and individuals in a shared mission of prosperity and growth.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please move forward. Please move forward. Find the seats in front of you.
This is my first time at Lagos Street Fair event, and so far it's been good. I came with my company, Brick Properties Nigeria Limited.
Thank you very much. We are
and,
starting off the
marketing
special
super
days today.
has been fantastic.
It's the Mandilas special day.
Plenty stuff to buy,
And of course,
and things are cheap. They even have students' price for everything.
after them,
Experience is great.
we have
Even though
happy
this is my
estate.
second time going with a
Please shall we
student, I just want
rise
to say it is
for the first
amazing.
stanza of the Nigerian national anthem. Please be seated. Mr. President, distinguished officers of, I can see the Deputy President walking in too. Distinguished officers of the Council, ladies and gentlemen, we have the management of Mandilas Group joining us here today, led by Mr. Samuel Kalu, Head Corporate Affairs, representing Mrs. Olayo Adeloye, Group CEO. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kalu. Then you have Mr. Sunray Kolawole, Head of Engineering Sales. You have Mr. Charles, sorry, where is Mrs. Edna? She's not here. She's coming, okay. We have Mr. Charles Oriaku, After Sales Operations Manager. We have Mr. Francis Ilemchi, Norman Sales Manager. You will explain that Norman to me. I know of career, I know of automobile. We will hear from you, okay. Please permit me to present to you the leadership of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the organizers of the biggest and the oldest trade fair on the African continent. We're led by the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in the person of Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA. You heard me saying that I saw the Deputy President walking in. Please welcome Engineer Leye Kupolui, Deputy President LCCI. The man on whose shoulders rests squarely the seamless delivery of Lagos International Trade Fair as Chairman of Trade Promotion Board, who is also a Vice President of the Chamber, Prince Abimbola Olashore, FCA. Then we have the indefatigable Director General, on whose shoulder rests the seamless operation of the entire chamber. Please welcome with me Dr. Chinyere Almona, FCA. You're welcome, ma'am. With that said, let me quickly invite the President LCCI, who is related to deliver his address of welcome before we sit back and listen to you. Mr. President, sir. Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Samuel Kalu, Head of Corporate Affairs, representing Mrs. Ola Debayo Dohati, the CEO, Engineer Leye Kupolui, our Deputy President that just came in, welcome. Vice President, Chairman Trade Promotion Board, Prince Olashore. I thought I saw some Vice Presidents and other people. Okay. Top officials of Mandilas that are here with Mr. Samuel Kalu. It's a real honor to welcome an iconic brand. Mandilas is really and truly an iconic brand. There's several generations of Nigeria that know Mandilas, perhaps even better than the younger generation. you know, Mandilas, when LCCI likes to say we're 1888, we have been here for 135 years, or 36 years. That category of brands that are part of Nigeria's history. And so it's really, really a pleasure to welcome Mandilas to the fair. You know. Yeah. So Mandilas is really an iconic brand, and it has shown commitment over the years towards Nigeria's growth and development, spanning decades, especially in the automobile and air conditioning sectors. At some time in Nigeria's history, air conditioner and Mandilas actually meant the same thing. When you say air conditioner, you're actually talking Mandilas. You know, so these are areas where Mandilas has created created a brand and a legacy. Today, Mandilas has become synonymous with quality service and excellence in the cooling, automobile, and spare parts industries in a growing and complex economy like Nigeria. The Nigerian auto industry is marked by shifts in economic factors, policies, and consumer demand. This year, the sector faced challenges, but also moderate growth, particularly in the used car market, which comprises now about 90%, unfortunately, of the vehicle market in Nigeria. This trend underscores the need for affordable options, but also highlights opportunities for investment in local manufacturing and assembly to reduce dependence on imports and enhance accessibility for a variety of auto options, automobile options. Mandila's legacy is one of resilience, innovation, and community impacts. Despite a challenging market, Mandilas remains a symbol of strength, providing Nigerians with essential services and adapting always to industry shifts with integrity. The theme, connecting businesses and creating value, is embodied in the contributions to Nigeria's economy and society that Mandilas have made over the years, fostering connections that go beyond products to reach and empower communities. The private sector, which serves as the engine of growth and employment generation in Nigeria, is currently plagued with increasing borrowing costs, reduced investment incentives, heightened uncertainties in our policy environment, and a pressured foreign exchange market. The recent hikes in the monetary policy rate, MPR, have directly translated into higher interest rates, making it more expensive for businesses to access credit for working capital, expansion, and sustainability. With the high yields from treasury bills and bonds, the government is attracting investments from local and foreign portfolio investors. And this is, however, crowding out private sector institutions and enterprises like Mandilas from accessing and providing credit for their products. As we celebrate Mandilas, we draw inspiration to advance with renewed confidence, embracing collaboration and innovation to shape a stronger, interconnected Nigeria. Let us take this example from Mandilas forward as we continue building a future that is vibrant, resilient, and united in purpose. In closing, I urge government, financial institutions, and other stakeholders to support the private sector that is so adequately symbolized by an enduring institution like Mandilas, in making it easier for them to operate, innovate, and expand. Let us embrace this opportunity to connect and create value, shaping a robust, self-sustaining, and prosperous Nigeria. Once again, I thank the board and management of Mandilas for your participation in this year's trade fair. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It's now time to invite Mr. Samuel Kalu, representing Mrs. Olayo Adeloye, the Group CEO of Mandilas, to please make the presentation. And of course, Mr. Lemchi has promised to talk about Norman, Abi. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I feel so humbled, standing in front of esteemed ladies and gentlemen like yourself. And I'm here representing the management and staff of Mandilas Group. And before I go ahead, I would like to extend the gratitude of the management and staff to the president of LCCI. Thank you very much, sir. To the vice president, thank you very much, sir. To the entire council, and also, anybody who has been part of this in one way or the other. Right? Thank you so much. We appreciate this opportunity We appreciate the essence of promoting, trade, commerce, and the industry in Nigeria. Thank you very much. I will just, set the preamble. I have, my colleagues here who are going to speak to the different aspects of our rich portfolio. Like the president rightly said, Mandilas is a company that shares its legacy, shares a legacy with Nigeria. And beyond that, the fabric of the company itself is woven into the culture of the country. And that is evident in the many CSR projects that we've done. Allow me digress a bit. Mr. J.B. Mandilas, that John Basil Mandilas, the founder of Mandilas, is the first the first foreigner to naturalize as a Nigerian, and that speaks for something. That speaks to the belief, that birthed the company in Nigeria, and that speaks to the many things that we've done over the years. Like the president said, a couple of people today, especially people my age, when we hear Mandilas, the first thing we say, oh, where they sell clothes and shoes on Broad Street. But the only reason that place is called Mandilas is because that was where our first office was situated. Until today, the name still lingers on to tell you how far back, this legacy has started. And today, we are happy to say that, we've moved even beyond the cooling and mobility business that people know us for. Yes, we are still strong in that. Yes, we are the leader in that category. But our business has also extended to other frontiers, and you would hear from my colleagues, about that. But just to round up, I would say this. The founder of the company started Mandilas because he felt that the quality of life of Nigerians could be better. He saw that potential, and that was even why he conceived the idea in the first place. And we're happy to say that next year we will be 75 years in the Nigerian market. So that is to tell you that, we've gone through the highs and lows and all of the tides of the economy and the different generations and even dispensations in terms of, our political setting. And amidst all of that, what has set us apart and given us the possibility to continue to thrive is that we have very strong values that drive us. We have core values, and like Mr. President rightly said, I would appreciate your speech again, sir, because you just hit the nail right on the head, and you spoke as if, you are a part of the business, even from the inside. We thrive ourselves on the culture of excellence. We get it excellently right the first time. We do not compromise. We use only certified engineers. We use only approved and authentic parts and even products. For those who don't know, we are the sole franchise partners of Carrier in Nigeria since inception and even up till today. And we have other cooling brands, that we've even pioneered in Nigeria under our sister company, Norman Industries. Just before Mr. Francis speaks, sir, let me speak a little to Norman Industries. Mandilas has become a group of company today. Yeah, so under Mandilas Group Limited, we have the Mandilas Enterprise Limited, we have the Norman Industries, and then we have other businesses that are still fairly new that I wouldn't like to speak to as of now. But just so you understand, when you hear Norman Industries, it's still a Mandilas-owned entity. When you hear Mandilas Enterprise Limited, it's still a Mandilas-owned entity. All of us together form the Mandilas Group Limited. So without further ado, I would call on Mr. Francis Lemchi, who is head of sales manager for Norman, to come and speak more to what Norman does in the Mandilas Group. Please welcome Mr. Francis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. The gentleman or the sir that was trying to understand what Normal Industry is all about, I'm sure you'll be able to get some clarification. I'm going to stand on the existing protocol, and I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity given to Mandilas to speak on our product offerings. Norman Industry, like he said, is a subsidiary of Mandilas Group, and it was actually set up to do manufacturing, and that we're doing for a very long time because we had an assembling plant here somewhere around the Solo where we assembled the Carrier products. We're doing the window units and all of those stuffs way back. But along the line, we had to freeze, but we're still looking at going back to our assembling and perhaps going to production as the time goes on. So I want to speak on our product offerings, which Norman Industries handles, and that's talking about the residential units. We do residential units, which covers what you use in the house. I mean, that's household appliances, basically. So, like he said, there are about 3 brands that Norman Industries is holding. We take care of the career residentials, and then we also have the Vestel, and then we also have the Mail, as it is for now. So for the career residentials, we have this very popular what you call the window units. We have that available, and we have it in 1 horsepower, 1.5, 2 horsepower. Then we also have the split units. The split units, as you can see around here, we have that also in 2 options. We have what we call the inverter series. Now, the inverter series have begin to stay now because there's a need and importance for energy efficient products. So people try to look for what can save them costs, particularly if you know what goes on in the band A, band B, and all that stuff. People want to conserve a lot of energy. They don't want to run an air conditioner and pay huge bills and all the rest of them. So Mandilas have been able to get an inverter series. So although we still have the one we call the regular, which is the basic. So if you are an engineer, we normally call it fixed speed, and then the other one is called variable speed. So the variable speed is the one we call the inverter series. So actually, the technology behind that is actually on the compressor. So what happens here is that the compressor does not run like the fixed speed. So it doesn't. The fixed speed technology is that when you put it on, it starts at 100% consumption of current and gives you all the cooling, pushes out all the cooling until it reaches the set temperature, then it cuts off. So when you use a fixed speed or what we call the normal AC, you discover that at a point in time, if it peaks, it draws all the current. Then if it drops, you see your current kind of flickers. But what the inverter series does is that when it starts, you hardly will know, because at times it can start with a 10% consumption. So you really will know when you really wouldn't know when you put on your air conditioner. So it starts with that low consumption and then graduates 70%, 80%. And one thing with the inverter series, it doesn't really go off. So it regulates based on the temperature setting that you want to achieve. So if you've set it and say, okay, look, I want to achieve a cooling temperature, say about 18 degrees centigrade. So all it does there is it starts, graduates. If it gets to that 18 degree or is close to it, it begins to drop its consumptions. And that is how the inverter series work. So we have them in different sizes in inverter series. So like I said, the split units, we have it in 1 horsepower. We have also in 1.5. Then we also have in 2 horsepower. Then also in 2.5. And you know, one thing with Carrier is that it has all the full range of air conditioners you can talk about. I will allow my other colleague who is on the commercial wing to speak to that. But for the residential, like I said, I will stop there at 2.5 split units. There are other commercial units that go beyond that part. So in that same line again, you will see here we have cassette units. Okay, I can't find any here. The cassette units is the one you suspend from the roof. So it's people buy that to save their space. You don't want to, and perhaps they also they want to concentrate the cooling to start at the center. So they design that to come from the roof and all the rest of them. So in the ceiling cassette, we also have that in sizes like 1.5 horsepower. We have that in 2 horsepower. We have 2.5. We even have that up to 5 horsepower as well. So not only that, we have the standing units. If you look around you, you'll be seeing the standing, what we call floor standing units. Carrier also has that, and from 2 horsepower, and then we also have in 2.5, then in 5 horsepower, and even the large one there, which we call the 10 horsepower, Carrier has that as well. So there are quite a lot of ranges, and we are also air quality products or air quality products that improve the air conditions, and that's one of the products we brought in. We call them dehumidifiers. Now, what a dehumidifier does is that if you have high humidity in your area, the disadvantage of a high humidity is that it breeds kind of molds and bacteria and all the rest of them. So with the help of a dehumidifier, it actually removes the vapors, which you can't see with your naked eyes. It removes all of that and brings it out. I think they normally measure humidity, and they say, look, the proper humidity for an area is supposed to be 35%, or sometimes, depending on the on where you are, sometimes they say 30, 35, or 40. So what that dehumidifier does is it actually removes the excess water or excess moisture in your space to allow you, for some, it also helps them to breathe properly, because when you have too much vapor in the air, it affects breathing, and it also causes some environmental nuisance and all that. So another product we also came in that Carrier brought in is an air purifier. That sold very well for us during the period of COVID. Now, people were careful of what they were breathing in, and one of the things that the product does is that it's able to suck in the air in your indoor space and filters it through some levels or 3 levels of filters. So we have what we call the HEPA filter, which removes all forms of particles, no matter how minute it is. It gets rid of that. It sucks it in and traps it in. And then it also has what we call a photocatalytic. So those, and also what we call the carbon filters, active carbon filters. So all of this removes inorganic substances, like where there are smokes and all the rest of them, is able to trap all of these things and hold them down and all that. So with that, it's able to enable you breathe properly, because what you breathe in these days, and like what it also helps in COVID, like one of the things we had, it also had something that disinfects the air by killing some of those viruses in your indoor space and all that. So all of those things are available. So we're at the trade fair. I think I can't describe our stand, but we're on the, yeah. Okay, close to the information center, that's where our stand is. And we're doing quite a lot this time, because we've slashed our prices heavily on all our products. We're giving to as much as 20% discount. And we're saying that for anyone who cares to have our products, even if you don't have the full money now, you can lock up those prices at this fair, at this point, because we're just one more day to go. So if you can deposit maybe 50%, whatever amount you can deposit, you can lock up those prices, and you can come to our office in 35 Simpson Street. You can come there, make your balance, and then pick up your products. So we appreciate you for all. I can't speak much because of time on the product we have again, which is the Mel. Mel is our new product, also purely on air conditioners. So we have that in split units and all the rest of them, and quite a very good price. You can imagine when you are getting a 1.5 horsepower for as low as 405,000. It's a good deal. And one thing again with our products is that we come with the kits. Unlike when you buy a product, you begin to source for kits and all the rest of them. Ours comes with all of the kits. So let me leave this and let my other colleagues speak. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Francis. You know, when you give a salesman the floor, you know what to expect. Thank you very much for that. Like he said, you know, one of the key things, I think for me, when I experienced the air purifier for the first time, was the fact that for those of us who have the dining area within the house, you know, when there's cooking, you know, the smell of the fry or the smoke from you heating oil and all of that does not get to the rest of the house. It's trapped in right there and right then. And what it also does, I think if any of us saw the air quality report that was done on Lagos State, I think sometime earlier in the year, you know, we can see how bad the air quality of Lagos is. And if you don't even believe, when you go to your homes and you wake up early in the morning, you know, you still smell the dew, you still smell that freshness, which is something that we as Lagosians don't really experience anymore, especially for those who live in highly urbanized areas. So please, air quality is important. Those are things that can easily stop sickness or, you know, save you cost of health care, as the case may be. So you can see I did some more selling for you, Mr. Francis. Yeah. I'll call on Engineer Suraj Kolawole, who is the head of engineering sales, to take us through our commercial cooling business. Thank you. A round of applause for him, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Engineer Kolawole Surajuddin. I'm the head of technical sales and application for Mandilas. I'm the head of technical sales and application for Mandilas. I will be presenting the carrier complete solution for air conditioning. So here we have the outline where we talked about the Mandela structures, the complete solution of the air conditioning, Mandela's carrier products. We talk about the 6 option and the client portfolio. So this is our Mandela's structure outlook. Currently, we are in Nigeria and Ghana. Actually, we sell SIHATs in Ghana as well. For those that need the SIHAT products, we have it in Ghana. We have over 400 highly skilled staff employed in Lagos head office and other branches, offices nationwide. Part of our portfolio, which we talked about as we go. However, my previous colleague, they've spoken well about the Mandela's history, starting from the Mr. President. We appreciate. So, this is our warehouse at our head office, 35 Simpson Street, here in Lagos Island. Thank you. So, basically, what we do design for air conditioning, starting for the residential, commercial, industrial, among others. So we do the design, we send it to factory for manufacturing. That's for the applied equipment. All these split units, which is residential, we have it stocked in our warehouse, yeah? So why for other application equipments, we design based on your specification. So as I proceed, these are different applications that we've worked on, and we are happy to share with you here today that we've completed so many commercial centers, data center, hospital, offices, hotel, cultural, heritage center, industrial, and marine. Last year we had a project with Nigerian Naval at VI Air, where we designed for the cooling system in a very big ship. So let me proceed. Here we have a carrier air-cooled chiller. We have a water-cooled chiller. All this chiller system, those people that produce sweets and other products, they make use of this to cool their machine. Why some use this equipment to do the cooling in a very big project, like high-rise building. It could be like, take for instance, we maintain First Bank head office at Marina here. Our equipment is at head office for Zenith Bank, Union Bank head office. All those high-rise buildings, they use our equipment, and these are the chiller they are using to cool that building. So this chiller system can do so many things for you. It depends on your requirements. So what you need to do is just that I'm a dreamer, and I dream to cool the entire what's it called? Tafawa Balewa. So we are going to get it done. It's possible. It's possible to cool the open place. So don't let me digress. Let me focus on this. But I'm just telling you the capability we have in cooling system. So basically, we bring in our equipment from France, US, Spain, among other European countries. Here, we have a carrier air handling units. You can see this one. We call it hygienic application. One of these systems, we supply, we design, supply, and install at Chevron Clinic, Bagada. That's the reference point of this equipment you see here. So we install it for their theater room just to remove all the impurity and throw in the fresh air. This application system is not a recycling system. It's a system that pick all the impurity and the used air, then throw it away, bring in fresh air. So we have a upper filter and other series of filter inside this system. We have other components that treats every contaminated air that you may have inside the building. The other one there, these are the air handling unit we use for something like auditorium where we are here. My colleague was talking about the split unit, floor standing and order. Practically, all these floor standing split unit, they are not meant for this center. It's for residential. So this kind of air handling unit may be positioned in the plant room or outside the building where you just do your ducting. Then, as we are here, you will not see the air conditioner. So what will you be seeing is vents, and everywhere will be chilling. So we use it for the aesthetic purpose as well. So I will advise whoever that has a big project like churches, event center, auditorium, and all that, please don't go for residential system. Go for commercial system like here handling units here. Though the initial cost may be higher, but if you can do it, it pay off at long run. Thank you. So we have package units. You can see one system underneath here. We have another one here. It's still package unit, but we usually split it into two in a situation where you don't have space to keep your cooling system. So the small space you have, we just have that package unit. We have it. We put one outside, which is the condensing part of it, while we put the evaporator, maybe in your plant room or very close to your space outside. So this package unit is also good for this kind of application where we are here, where you need to do the ducting in the ceiling. Then you have the vents that will be throwing the cool air. You will not see the air conditioning. All these spaces, you can use flowers and all that to beautify the hall. So you don't need to place the unit everywhere. Here, we have carrier chill water fan coil units. These carrier chill water fan coil units, we have it in water as well, meaning this system, they are using water to cool. Meaning you are going to run the pipe, the chill water pipe, from the chiller and connect to all these fan coil units. Then you receive the cooling. So this direct expansion system, you may have very few of them while you have the chiller, the chill water outside. So in order to save your costs, you can just buy all this one. You can just buy any one of them, depends on your need for the project. You can just buy them, ask the engineer, HVAC engineer, to check the cooling capacity of the chiller. That can you accommodate this? If the engineer says yes, you just connect it. So you don't need to spend much on your project. So for those of us that has a chiller in our facility, so it's always advisable to check chiller capacity. If the chiller can accommodate more evaporator to cool a particular spaces that you want to cool before you go and spend additional money to buy more units. So We have a carrier data center and panel room equipment. Panel room equipment, these are for application for where you control the humidity and all that, because where you put your, like all these electronics, the way we design where we put the machines is actually different from what we have in a normal space like this, which you, though, if you want to get more about all this information, please, you can just meet us at our stand where we can share more light on this for you. We don't really have much, I'm sorry for that. So here we have a carrier VRF system, meaning one outdoor can supply 20 rooms, 30 rooms, 40 rooms, just one system. So you have one outdoor unit here. Then this one is applicable to hotel room. So when you have hotel, superb, offices, superb. So if you want to get more information about this, you can meet us. We discuss that. Also, we are in Transicode business for those that want to buy machine, build cold room and all that for the Transicode and the stationary, which we call reefer. So we are into it as well. So these are our 6 options. Third party 6, X-Works, meaning we can get the equipment for you in the factory. You travel from here to factory and go and pick your equipment, bring it out to Nigeria, do the clearing by yourself, and deliver to your site. We can help you bring the equipment from the factory down to the ports in Nigeria. That's the cost and freight only. Then you do the clearing and deliver to your site. We can also do the DDP, that is deliver duty paid, meaning we will get the equipment for the factory, ship it to Nigeria, do the clearing, and deliver to your sites. So we also have the full scope of supply, installation, and commissioning, meaning if you don't want to do anything, we bring it down to your site, we do the installation, we commission, and we help you maintain it, sir. So if you have any, okay, so this is our portfolio. We have so many projects. As we speak, we have so many projects with LNG, First Bank, Chevron, EcoBank, yes, EcoBank, Total, among others. So, at this point, I will say thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Engineer Suraj Kolawole. Just to round off on that, if you are, this is calling on to all builders, contractors, developers. You know, what he's saying in essence, for all those commercial projects, it may be cost effective or maybe improve design and efficiency if you go for the commercial units rather than, you know, just doing residential across board. Before I call on the next person, I would also like to highlight that apart from this design and installation, we also service all of these commercial systems. So both the commercial systems and even the residential systems, like your regular 2 horsepower at home, your window unit at home, and even the, you know, the major commercial ones. We do both sales and after sales. Means we sell, we repair, and we service these systems. Moving forward to our mobility business now, I will call on Mr. Tunde Adeyemi to speak about our automobile sales business. A round of applause for him, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. All protocols are duly observed. My name is Tunde Adeyemi, manager Mandilas Auto Sales. Mandilas is one of the accredited dealers of Toyota products in Nigeria, and we offer sales and after-sales service of Toyota motor products in Nigeria. We have vehicles ranging from the entry-level vehicles, the likes of your Corolla, Starlet, Belter, just to mention a few, to the commercial vehicles like the Hilux, and also IS buses for your operations, operations generally, and also to the high-end vehicles like the Prado and the Land Cruiser for the big men and the VIPs. All our vehicles come with 3 years manufacturer's warranty or 100,000 kilometers, whichever one comes first. And we have service centers. We have service centers nationwide and also quick service centers in strategic locations in Lagos and Abuja. Aside the brand new vehicles, we also have certified used vehicles for economy, because we know these days vehicles are expensive. So we have certified used vehicles in our office. If your budget is not that much and you cannot afford a brand new vehicle, you can come around and make your choice for the certified used vehicles. Our office is on 35 Simpson Street, Lagos Island, and currently we are running a promo on some of our models, the Hilux and some of other models of our vehicles. So you can take advantage of this promo price. Our offer at the moment will encourage you, and I think for budgeting and also for you to take advantage of this festive period, you can come around and check us out on our stand, in our stand, and also in our office on number 35 Simpson Street. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Atunde. So, you know, this man usually sells to big men. That's why he doesn't talk too much. You know, one contract is like 500 million. You know, so, sir, by now when the council wants to change your next Hilux, maybe bulletproof, please call on Mr. Tunde and he will be happy to oblige. Thank you very much. Without further ado, I'll call on Mr. Charles Oriaku, who handles our after-sales mobility business. A round of applause for him, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. My name is Charles Oriak. I'm the after-sales manager of Mandilas Mobility. I welcome you all, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Permit me to start with this. Mandilas has become a household name in terms of service. So whichever item or system that you want, please do well to remember Mandilas. And in Mandila, we will say Mandilas service. So whenever you talk of service, please do well to remember Mandilas. And as I was privileged to sit with the Deputy President of LCCI in the person of Engineer Leye. Sir, you're welcome. Gentlemen and ladies, this gentleman is a lover of Mandilas products. He ran down the generations of Mandilas products that he have patronized and have served him. And you can testify from him that Mandilas offers quality service. In having said that, Mandilas mobility after sales, we handle services of motor vehicles. We have franchise with Toyota Nigeria, and then we go all out to also embrace other brands just to serve you, okay? In doing this, we have a team of highly trained and motivated engineers and technicians who will handle your vehicles expertly. Now, because we know that vehicles are very expensive to acquire, we want to make sure that after you have, spent such money in acquiring it, that these vehicles, these equipments are well maintained. You heard my colleague saying the ranges of vehicles we sell. Then after you have purchased these vehicles, we welcome you to the after sales and give you customer-centric services that will take care of all the issues. As the vehicle are being used in our beautiful terrain, issues will start coming up. So once these issues are coming up, you do well to come to me and my team, and we'll be able to take care of you. All right, so our head office, like my teammates have said, is in 35 Simpson Street, a very standard workshop there. In Lagos, we also have other 3 locations in Mobile filling station, Lekki, NNPC filling station, Ikoyi, and AP filling station in Ogba, covering the Ikeja area. These 3 locations are for quick services. You don't want to come all the way to LIW, that's our head office in Simpson Street. You just drive down to any of these places and get your vehicle service in a speedy time. All right. Outside of Lagos, like we say, we have nationwide spread. In Abuja, we are there for you. In Port Harcourt, we are there for you. Even in Warri, we are there for you. In Ibadan, we are there for you. Also, in Bonny Island, we are there for you just to service you. All right? So, do well to think of Mandilas when you come to service. Like my colleague also said, vehicle prices are too high now. And you and I knows that the economy we are going through we were making a turnaround. But in the meantime, you cannot buy new vehicle, okay? Please, I want to advise you, as an automobile engineer, please refurbish and service the one you have available. Refurbish the one you have. Service it well, and it will still deliver the quality service that you want to achieve at the end of the day. So if you are thinking of that, please do well to remember to get down to us at any of these our locations, and we deliver quality service to you. Right, in this trade fair program, we are offering discount just to, encourage you. Then this discount will last through this year, up to 31st of December. So please go through our stand there and book for it. If you book, just get a tag, and then once you come to any of our locations, then present it, and same discount will be offered to you all through this year. And we want to once again say, if you are talking of service, please do well to remember Mandilas, because Mandilas stands for service. Mandilas, service. Mandilas, Mandilas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to the presidents, the vice presidents, all the members of council, organizers, and ladies and gentlemen, for your attention and for your time as well. A round of applause for yourselves, please. So you've heard it all, and there's more. This is just as much as time will permit us to tell you about our business, about what we do, about the value, that you stand to gain by partnering with us, and the value that we have been offering the Nigerian people and businesses for over 70 years. If you don't take anything away from all that we've said today, just remember this. Mandilas is a company that sells cars and ACs, and they also repair them. It's as simple as that. If anybody tells you tomorrow Mandilas, they sell clothes, you tell them no. By virtue of you being here, you know better. By virtue of you being here, please, we want to make you our advocates. Even I myself, when I tell people who I work at Mandilas, I say, oh, you sell shoes? And I know I don't sell shoes. I don't sell clothes. This is what Mandilas does. So please, we need you to help us put the word out there, with any capacity that you can, and we would appreciate that. Thank you very much once again. And like Mr. Riaku said, please, don't make only mechanic your best friend. It is weird that your mechanic is your best friend. And the reason that will happen is because you're kicking down. So please, if you want quality after-sales service, even if you didn't buy the vehicle from us, right, we will give you professional service. We use only certified engineers. You can just pay a visit to the workshop and see for yourself. So we have a rich portfolio to better your life as regards cooling, as regards mobility. And trust me, if you're comfortable in your home and you can easily get around efficiently. Maybe one other thing we didn't we didn't get the chance to speak to, is that we also do fleet management. So if you are a company that you have fleet of cars, you don't have to buy them. We can manage that fleet for you. And we are here to just make your life better in any capacity that we can. So please talk to us today, and you will be happy you did. Mandilas, Mandilas, Mandilas. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Kalu. It's not all that time permits you. If you wanted to speak more, all you just do is just extend the time by talking to us. We can do it on barter basis, can give us your aha. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier, Mrs. Edna Anidi is here, head of auto sales. Please rise up. We didn't hear her speak because Tunde has spoken on behalf of that particular brand of Mandilas, branch of Mandilas Group. Well, in case you don't know, Muniru Balogun happens to be my brother, my uncle, and Kemi Orosoi and I also attended the fair together. So I'm a Mandilas person. With that as it may I now invite the President, along with the Deputy President and Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, to make a presentation on behalf of the Chamber to Mandilas through the management team here, led by Mr. Samuel Kalu. Mr. President, Mr. Kalu, Deputy President, please, Auntie, Mr. Mr. Odiaku, are you waiting for me to call you? Mr. Kolawole, Mr. Francis, please come, my brother, Tunde. No, you go to that side.
On behalf of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and of course the Lagos International Trade Fair, it's a real pleasure to present this token of appreciation to Mandilas. Before your colleagues came, I talked about the legacy of Mandilas, and it's a brand that most adult Nigerians are very proud of. It's an example of institutions that have lasted for a very long time across several generations. We cherish this partnership because LCCI is a very old organization as well. We want to support ourselves, the old organizations in Nigeria, to remain to tide over the good times and the bad times. So this is just a token of appreciation of our partnership. And going forward, we hope it will grow.
Thank you. Thank you,
Sorry, before we move the vote of thanks, let's have the group photograph. Please, can I have that, sir? The group photograph. Okay, thank you very much. May I now invite the Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board and Vice President LCCI, Prince Abimbola Alashore, to move the vote of thanks.
The President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Gabriel Idausa, FCA, Deputy President, Engineer Laya Kupului, other members of Council or Trade Promotion Board here. It is indeed my great pleasure to welcome the Group CEO of Mandilas, Mrs. Adiloye, who was well and ably represented by Mr. Samuel Kalu and other management team of Mandilas to the Lagos International Trade Fair. Like I said, for us, we are 136 years old. So sometimes there are very few companies that we can mention, do get it, with the same longevity as we have. But there are also some iconic brands that we do believe that Lagos International Trade Fair and LCCI have a responsibility in promoting. Because if we don't promote them, how do we encourage the smaller companies to do the right thing? So sometimes you have to point to some companies and say, can you see those companies? Please do the right thing, you'll be like them. And I think, like what my president said, Mandilas squarely falls into that category of businesses. There's nobody after a certain age that cannot trace something to do with Mandilas. As soon as I came in, I saw Mandilas. The first thing that came to my mind is not automobile, it's carrier air conditioner. And the good thing about carrier, if you go, leave Lagos, go to all the villages, anybody that has a house that's over 30 or 40 years old, the only AC you find there is what? Carrier. You can't find any new ones, all these panel, what I won't even call their names. So it is carrier. So it is indeed my pleasure to give this vote of thanks. So it's really on behalf of the President, Council, and members of the board, of the Trade Promotion Board, of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, that I wish to express our gratitude to the leadership of Mandilas, like I said, ably led by Mr. Kalu, for participating at the 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair. We also had a side discussion there that we said, yes, this year we are thanking you for what? Participating. But I think next year I want to see your name. Huh? Huh? We want to see your name down there. That is where you belong. And that is where some brands will belong. So we'll continue having that conversation as to how we ensure that you are well below there. So again, our appreciation also must go to the passion in which everybody has really spoken about Mandilas. And we hope that this participation will translate into meaningful enlightenment for the populace on some of the things that you do. And I can say, going on and on about that magic word called discount will go a long way. And the gentleman, when he came down, I said to him, I like that word discount. I also like that word instrumental payment. Please, here's my card, let us talk. You know, those are the keys, those are the words that unlock other things in a fair like this. Discount, instrumental payment. Hey, I'm pretty well sure a lot of people will now go to your stand. So again, we do believe that this special day is an effective platform that supports Mandilas in creating the much needed awareness in promoting your particular brand. I must say again, your participation has clearly led to what I call the sustenance of this laudable project, this International Trade Fair. This is our 30th edition. Therefore, for 37 years, we've been doing this consistently, year in, year out. It's always the first Friday in November, and it lasts for what, 10 days. I've been doing this for 38 years. It is companies that participate that encourages us to do this, okay? So really must thank you for that. We are also very optimistic about the roles businesses like Mandilas play in Nigeria. Like I said, you are an iconic brand, you're a legacy brand, and we do believe that you have a role to play. As we continue to count on your cooperation, I'm pretty confident that the benefit of your participation will be remarkable, tangible, and certainly long-lasting. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's fair has really attracted numerous international and local companies. As usual, it has been a platform for what I call key private sector stakeholders and government agencies to really showcase what they all do. So my appreciation also will go to the media, which has been giving what I call very robust coverage of the fair every year. And I think this year they've also done just as well. And to all our partners, sponsors, we do appreciate your support, your cooperation, and clearly your generosity in sustaining this legacy project. So again, I really must thank Mandilas for being part of the fair this year, and I certainly look forward to welcoming you again to the fair next year. So thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Chairman, Trade Promotion Board, SCCI. Please don't forget to visit the Mandilas. I don't know what has happened to Simpson Street, Ebutemeta. Down Simpson Street, Lagos, Simpson Street, Ebutemeta. Simpson and Simpson. You have forgotten about Simpson, Ebutemeta. Because you beat your headquarters in Lagos now. Okay, it's very good. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to visit the Mandilas Mandilas stand at the fairgrounds. Of course, they didn't have enough time to talk here. They'll have enough time to talk there. You are all invited to the Mandilas Pavilion at the ongoing Lagos International Trade Fair, just as we rise up for the first stanza of the Nigerian National Anthem. Please don't forget that the next special day is that of Abia State in another 20 minutes, please. Abia State will be taking the center stage very shortly. After them, we have Peanuts. Engineer Kwame Aminu, you are welcome, sir.